Hello traders and welcome to the Friday wrap-up, November 13th, 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Sunny skies on a Sunday morning. Yes, we're very late today, this weekend. Well, I was sick for 3 days and my internet went out for 2.5 days, and I just got my internet back within the last hour. So it's been quite a horrible week. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com. Traders, we've got about 12 daily charts to go over, so let me get started. But first, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Friday wrap-up, which is brought to you every single Friday after the New York close. I normally get that about 4 hours after the close. However, this weekend we have a delay because I had no internet. So we're back up and running. Traders, I'm always looking for probabilities and opportunities to win trades on my side of the win-loss column. And the way we do that is we listen to fundamentals, and I'm a technician, so I look at candlestick charts, looking at support and resistance. I use my Fibonacci tool quite a bit, and I'm looking for reasons to get into my trades. I also use harmonics as a tool, and I do not trade fundamentals. However, I do trade what happens after fundamentals. So I pay for a live news service, and I know what's going on all day long, trust me. So it's really important that you have that information. If you don't have that, there's plenty of free services out there, and there's always plenty of news services out there, and you really need to have that available to you if you're going to trade with your hard-earned equity. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's take a look at the Euro-Yen. Folks, the charts are not in our same order. Not due to me, but due to, with internet being out, it really messed up my charts. And I'll be honest with you, traders, it's coming up on 2 p.m. on a Saturday, and I've about had it with Forex for the week. I mean, on a Sunday. I've about had it for Forex for the week, so we're just going to get through this and hopefully give you some really good information. Okay, so remember, these are daily charts, and I want you to take a look at it. If you take a look at the top of the chart, you can see that this has given us lower highs and lower lows, and this is bearish. We've been in a range there for the last 4 or 5 days, and we're just waiting for this range to break out. We have an up day, we have a down day, then we have an indecision day. So my bearishness, or my bias, I should say, is to the downside. I want to sell this, okay? I want to sell this pair, alrighty? That's all I want to do is sell it. All right. Let's take a look at, this is the dollar CAD, and I know it's not up there, but it is the dollar CAD. Look at this up move it's had, huh? It's really had an up move, dollar strength. Now it's starting to break down a little bit. Apparently had an up day of the dollar and went up. You would never know that by the indices. We'll get to that in just a minute. And this just continued, and it's been sideways. Very ugly price action. Traders, if you take a look at the dollar yen, which mimics the dollar, okay, so if you, like, we don't have the dollar index on this platform, so this mimics the dollar. If you can see, we've had 5 days of dollar weakness. 5 days of dollar weakness. Thank you, FOMC and Chairwoman Auntie Yellen. You know, they just don't have their act together. We're raising interest rates, we're not raising interest rates. We're raising interest rates, we're not raising interest rates. You know, do something and make a decision. I'll tell you what, I'm glad they don't work for me because they'd all be fired. They're just making a mockery out of this interest rate situation, and it's really a shame that they're allowed to do what they're doing. And it affects not only us, any instrument you're trading in the markets. I don't care if it's futures, options, pork belly pigs, coffee, metals, silver, gold, whatever. This thing with the FOMC making a mockery out of whether they're going to raise interest rates or not just is it's a shameful thing that what they're doing. It really is. And by the way, my guess is they're not going to do a thing. So they are not going to do nothing. They're not going to raise interest rates in December. They're full of it. Absolutely full of it. Retail sales prove that. If bad numbers come out, it's not going to happen. All right, here's a dollar CAD with a listing on it here. Now, the dollar CAD is pretty important. And why is the dollar CAD so important? The dollar CAD is important because of oil. This all has to do with oil, okay? And here you can see that the dollar is strong. So we had like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, oil was up at the 45 area, and I looked on Friday afternoon and it was almost down, it was at 42, and I think it hit down to 41.50 or 60. So this is all about oil, folks. Remember, this is a commodity pair. This is run by oil, and this is what's going on here. And you know, the dollar has been weak. Why are we getting blue candles? Because oil is cheap. And therefore making the dollar strong in this currency pair. All right. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar, one of my favorites to trade. This is bearish. Should be no reason for anybody who's trading the Aussie dollar to be buying this. Remember, Forex doesn't go in a straight line. So yeah, you're saying, yeah, but William, there's like 12 candles that are blue candles that are going to the upside. That's okay. I'm not in it, and I'm not going to get in it. This is a bearish pair. The Aussie dollar is weak. I do not want to buy the Aussie dollar. And you can see it's come all the way back down again. And I just figured out what's wrong with my charts. I bet the numbering system is in white. Okay. All right. Now I see what the problem is. We'll fix that by next week, I promise you. All right. This is the euro dollar. This is weak again. Remember, this is a daily chart, right? So it has a big blue up day. Then all of a sudden, boom, down she goes. That was probably NFP, that big blue candle. And down she comes. And here we are. We're at support. And we're just waiting to see what happens here, if this is going to go up or down or sideways, whatever it's going to do. But my bias is I want to sell this. You know, let this thing pull all the way back up to the 200 and I'm back selling it, right? I want to sell this. All I want to do is sell the euro dollar. I have no intentions of buying it. Traders, this is the pound yen, and the only reason I know it's the pound yen is because I'm looking at the bottom of the chart. So that doesn't look right either. Is that right? 186.80 in the pound yen? We better skip this because now I am not sure. But anyhow, it's sideways price action. I'm pretty sure this is the pound yen though. So yeah, this is sideways. Not a lot to do. You know, the pound's been strong and the yen's been the yen's been strong. So why wouldn't you? It's like two magnets put together, right? So and we should know that the pound loves hugging the 200 exponential moving average, and that's just what it's doing. It's just hanging out there. So there's nothing to do with this pair going into next week, except waiting for a breakout, one way or another. And I think we'll get that. Here's the Aussie yen, and of course you can see that the yen is stronger than the Aussie, and it's bearish, and this is in a downtrend. However, it has been sideways, and that's okay. The Aussie had good data on Thursday, had very good employment data on Thursday, and that's why you see a blue candle there, the second candle in. Other than that, the Aussie yen is bearish. I want to sell this, my friends. I want to sell it, right? All right, here's a chart. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why these charts did not come out. Anyhow, I have no idea what chart this is, so we're not going to guess. So here is gold. Now, I normally do not put gold up on the chart, but I wanted you to see how gold is dumping like a rock. This is down to 1081.89. My forecast is this is going to $800 an ounce on gold. That's what I see. I just see gold just dumping, and it's going to continue to dump. And it's just, which is really kind of crazy, but that's just the way I see it. I see the market's going down and gold is going down. And that's going to happen until December 17th, when I think they have that meeting the 15th, 16th, and the announcement's on the 17th. or something like that for the Fed. And until that happens, this is just going to be in a downslide, and it's going to continue. Folks, again, I bring this chart back up to you again that this is the dollar-yen chart. So if you don't have the dollar chart, just use the dollar-yen as a chart that you can use to see what the dollar is doing. And the dollar was weak last week, and we saw that in our during our week. So let's go over the indices, how the markets closed on Friday. The Dow 30 closed negative 1.16%. The S&P 500 closed 1.12%. The NASDAQ closed negative 1.54%. And the small cap 2000 closed at 1.02%. So if we take a look at the Eurozone, the DAX closed 0.69%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed at 0.98% in the red. The CAC 40 out of Paris was negative 1%. And the Eurostoxx 50 out of Frankfurt was negative 0.80%. Let's take a look at Asia and let's see how they closed. Asia also all in the red. The Nikkei 225 negative 0.51%. The S&P ASX 200 negative 1.45%. The China A50 Shanghai negative 1.21%. The Hang Seng was negative 2.15%, and the Kospi was negative 1.01%. All in the negative. Everybody is in the red. And my friends, I hate to say it, but this is all to do with the Fed. All these countries are really worried about what is going to happen with the Fed. Okay, going into the next Asia session, traders, New Zealand has retail sales quarter on quarter, and that is a medium impact news event. And we also have China DDP, which is also a negative, a medium impact year-on-year data, and a quarter-on-quarter GDP, also medium impact. And I'm giving you data that is in the next Asia session, and we also have that's about it for Asia. There's nothing else big in Asia. The rest will wait till we go to the market opening preview on the next Asia session when I record that. So that's what's going on in the indices. And I thank you for being with me on a Sunday, believe it or not, 2 days late getting this out. I do apologize, but, well, I don't apologize because there's nothing I can do. Had food poisoning for 2.5 days, almost 3 days. Internet goes out, and the internet guy just left my condo about 2 hours ago, and I was right to my office to get this video up and running. So we did get it up and going, so I'm happy about that. All right, traders, always great to be with you. Sorry the charts were a little messed up today. I'll make sure we take care of that in the week ahead. All right. Traders, remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. And traders, please enjoy your weekend break, what's left of it, and refresh yourself and get ready for another exciting week of Forex trading in the next Asia session as we start our new week. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and FXCL, I want to thank you for joining me. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time. Take care, traders. See you then. Always remember, trade smart and not hard. Take care, traders. Bye-bye.